Do you guys know that Unsane was shot in an iPhone 7 Plus, which is very similar to the phone I have right now. I have an iPhone 8. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do this review on my phone. Alright guys, it's a very interesting concept to have a motion picture film released worldwide in a box office recorded on an iPhone 7 Plus. It was recorded in 4K and the resolution is really good. I couldn't even tell that it was recorded on an iPhone until I researched it later on. But I'm glad I did the research because it's a really interesting concept and this is going to be a fun little video to try out. Unsane is directed by Steven Soderbergh and it is written by Jonathan Bernstein and someone else. I cannot remember the name, I'm sorry. However, it stars Claire Foy, Jonathan Leonard, I believe his name, Joshua Leonard, and Jay Farrow, who also appears a lot on Saturday Night Live. I'm pretty sure he has a reoccurring role there. Claire Foy stars in The Crown, and this is her first, or not her first, but one of her big debuts in the world of film. So it's very interesting to see her come to this spotlight in this sort of way. This movie is very crazy in the sense that it's insane. I tried to plug there. Didn't really work. Puns are fun. So the movie Unsane, it is about a woman named Sawyer Valentini who has relocated herself to Pennsylvania from Boston, and the reason she has relocated herself is because she had a stalker who had followed her all the way from Boston. Well, at least that's what she thinks. She believes that she is seeing her stalker all around her. However, she's not 100% sure, and that's what we're here to find out in the movie. So, at the end of the movie, we see a huge twist, and we're like, whoa, we didn't see that coming. However, you know, things happen along the way, of course. So, with the stalking, of course, there are some mental scars there, and Sawyer Valentini finds herself in a mental hospital involuntarily, but she wasn't really aware that it was voluntary. So she takes the story takes us through this journey of her being in the mental institute, and that's where we kind of see things come to light. Now, Steven Soderbergh, this is his first time with a horror thriller movie, so this is going to be it's a very interesting thing to watch, especially on the big screen. Shot on an iPhone. Innovative, right? This guy has done Ocean's movies, and he also directed Logan Lucky. So, obviously, he has a little bit of a background with big screen film adaptations. However, now we're getting on a new kind of scale with shooting with an iPhone, something that's so small and so not really used for recording. However, here we are. I wonder how many clips they had to have done. I'm going to sit down. Okay. So here we are, we're sitting down, shooting on my iPhone 8. So the movie starts off really good. We see Sawyer in her office at her job, and we don't think anything's weird or anything's wrong, but we know something's wrong because obviously we're here to see the movie. As the movie progresses forward and things start to come to light, things kind of start to get in the way of how we can see this movie. It's not a bad movie per se, not at all, especially something as innovative as this and something of with a message of this. We don't see a lot of movies about stalking. It's a very touchy subject, so seeing this kind of film is a very interesting concept. Now, that said, I don't know if it was done in the best of its ability, or it could just be that we haven't seen a movie like this, so we don't have a lot to compare it to. So it's hard to actually have a good sense of judgment or be able to base it on a scale based on something we've seen before. However, I enjoyed the movie. I was glad I got to see it. Speaking of which, this was my first ever screening of a movie, so I got to see this movie 5 days before everybody else. This movie comes out Friday, March 23rd. I saw it Monday, March 19th, 2018. So I really was excited to see this movie for my first time. And I'd heard about this movie. I saw some trailers, so I was very interested in seeing it. Not that I would have gone to see it in theaters on my own, but I would have definitely checked it out once it hit Netflix or wherever it would have reached me. But seeing this in a movie theater, I wouldn't say you need to see it in a theater. It doesn't have that effect. It was shot on an iPhone, so I don't think that Soderbergh had the idea of, oh, this movie needs to be seen in a movie theater in order for the effect to get across. However, his message and the way that, or what he wanted to say in this movie was pretty clear. Now, the guy who plays the stalker, I don't like him. I don't know how to describe him, but there are just things that, maybe it's the actor, maybe it was the character, but I don't know. He played the character really well, I will say that, because he made you believe that he was actually feeling the way that you wanted you to feel, or he was manipulative in a way, almost. And then it got weird. Overall, everybody, the movie lost a lot of steam towards the end of it, and it kind of felt like it was repetitive and something it should not have kept going at one point in the movie. You thought it was over, however it wasn't over. The movie was only about an hour and a half long, and here we are thinking that it's over, and then it's not over. I mean, the resolution of it all, I guess, seemed it was fitting, and it did tie back to the beginning of the movie a little bit. If you catch it, you'll notice it. It's nothing too big, but it kind of ties back to what happens at the beginning. So, overall, I will give this movie a 6 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I wish I could have seen something a little bit better. However, given that it was shot on an iPhone, I do have to kind of give Steven Soderbergh the benefit of the doubt. Did a very good job at cutting and editing and making sure the movie fit in certain places, and that was why probably in a lot of the scenes you kind of think, oh, this is an interesting little way that they recorded this. And during the movie, I remember thinking too, the cinematography in this movie is amazing. On an iPhone 7 Plus? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of rig that they built or that exists and I don't know about. But maybe that's what they used to make this movie. And looking into that, maybe we could use that in the future. Imagine doing this on the street, like a movie review on the street. That would be some fun times. So anyways, everybody, I'm going to walk around again. I'm going to get up, get my brain pumping. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Please tell me if you have seen this movie, if you enjoyed it, if you think that Steven Soderbergh has a very interesting mind, and this was a good introduction to the thriller genre for him. Let me know what you guys think of the movie, and don't forget to follow me on social media. I have Instagram and Twitter, both down below. And with that, I'm going to see all of you next time. Peace out.